All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bloom House, which is my new building that I purchased in downtown Springdale. Let's go in. I'm going to show you around. Guess we'll start by saying I'm about to replace this door with a beautiful carved wooden door from the 1920s. And we're going to get rid of this really pretty metal door and do something that's a little bit more time appropriate. This church is over 100 years old. It's a Church of Christ church. All right, so we're in the entryway, which isn't pretty yet, but it's going to be. So the plan is we're hoping to tear out the ceiling and build up the old original tower that used to be here in this church that was removed in the 1940s. I want to rebuild it back to its kind of former glory. That's something that's going to take a little bit of time, but the idea is to walk in and we're going to have a custom tile mosaic flooring, which will say the Bloom House, and it'll be really beautiful. I didn't mention this, but in the front, whenever you first walk in, I'm gonna have an L.M. Montgomery quote because I'm obsessed with Anne of Green Gables and I just want to bring it to downtown Springdale. So it's gonna be a very welcoming space where people can host retreats. I'll be hosting classes here. People can rent it out for small events and venues. We even have a local church renting it out once a month right now just to give it some use. But right now you can see it's just an empty space with old linoleum tile, but in about a month, it's gonna be really beautiful. These are the doors that we purchased for the front. So it's a set of double doors, and you can see this really beautiful floral wood carving. I can't decide if I'm going to paint it or leave it like this. So maybe you all have an opinion. Should I keep it wooden or should I go blue or red with these doors? It's hard to paint something this pretty, but the exterior is already painted white, so it's kind of hard to know like what it's gonna look like. There's also this really beautiful non-functioning water fountain that we just don't have a heart to rip out right now, so I think I'm gonna make it a permanent planter. Let's go in here. So this is where it really starts to get beautiful. If you look up, you'll be able to see 10 ceilings that are original from the church. And right now this space is empty. I think we're gonna make it kind of a loungy seating area soon enough so that people, whenever they come in for events or if they're here for a wedding or a class, they have a place to hang out in between sessions or in between events. Beautiful original window. I just got these pews. They're 10-foot long oak pews from a local Greek Orthodox church that was just looking to give them a new home, $50 each, which is a total plus. Come over here. You all may have seen on Instagram the old bathrooms that were kind of stinky and not so pretty, but we just finished renovating them and it's kind of the first thing that looks lovely. So we have brand new tiles with a floral motif, went with Faro and Ball paint. This is called like setting plaster, milk glass lighting fixtures. Like this mirror is, I think, handmade from an artisan in Mexico, which I thought was really beautiful. And don't look at the windows yet, they're very ugly. Don't look. And then we have these really pretty fixtures. I decided to splurge a little with the handle, and this is my secret little joy. The hinges have little stars on them. I just figured we gotta have little moments of whimsy and prettiness. So I'm hoping people actually appreciate the little details because eventually the whole space is gonna feel intentional like that. We have one other bathroom, which is smaller, but the same feel, just in a different color palette. And look at these really cool toilet paper dispensers. I know you're thinking this is the most important part of this building, but these are replicas from, about 100 years ago. This is the Crown toilet fixture. Just little touches like that makes it feel fun. And I like that. Well, eventually we're going to be painting this a nice kind of soft green-blue color. So we have some contrast with the original, 100-year-old plus wood floors, but these aren't original. These were probably put up in the 70s. So we're going to be painting these, keeping the walls white and bright. And then this is literally the rest of it. This big room, which right now is super echoey, but soon isn't going to be because we're going to be putting up sound absorption panels. We're going to be installing a really great audio-visual system so that people can come in and just have small concerts here, host their events, get married, have services. You can see we're set up right now for a local church who meets here once a month. And then we have the 2 beautiful windows on each side of this room. Eventually, what we're going to have, probably within a month, is we're going to be building out a bunch of storage underneath the stage and in the back. And I've just picked out this really beautiful wooden carved arch door that we're going to put in the back in front of our new storage area, and it's going to feel kind of like wooden built-in, really beautiful, a nice backdrop for someone if they're having like a special event here. And then where this archway is, we're going to have projector that kind of comes down. So if you're here to visit me, for instance, for one of my conferences that I'll be hosting here, this is where we'll be presenting. Next door, we have restaurants. So if you come to visit Northwest Arkansas, we have a lot of great things happening here on Holcomb Street and a new build happening right next door. Honestly, downtown Springdale is up and coming. There's an Onyx opening soon, beautiful local restaurants, and it's, I've been here, 16 years in Springdale, and I feel like it's finally coming to life, and it feels wonderful to have this little kind of space that I get to invest in and make special. There is a basement downstairs, but we're not going to show you that today because it's dark, and maybe someday we'll build it out and use it for something else. But there's about another 1,000 square feet underneath here that we could use someday, but that's like phase 3. So phase 1 is just renovate, get it up and running, get people in the community using the space. The big dream is to maybe put some kind of eatery in here, tea shop, something like that. Is that we're building in a little kitchenette right here to begin with so that when people come in and host events, they can have coffee and things like that. So that's being built out soon too. So it's just a bunch of little projects. But by this summer, this will be fully functional where people can rent it. We'll have our website up and running, the Bloomhouse Northwest Arkansas, NWA, and I really hope that you'll come check it out.